Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Circuit of the Americas. We welcome you here to Circuit of the Americas
What's up?
well, hello. Yeah, welcome to Circuit of the Americas, folks. Well, after that little incident by Aaliyah Dean last week, we had to see her get suspended for 2 races. F1 superstar and former race winner here in the F1 series, Matthew Campton, is here making his debut. We also know that the number 51 of Lee, Ohio, that is now an all-star car, and his only start was last week at Texas. And now here in COTA, Scott Stoffren is making a return, and he is trying to win again here in COTA. This is going to be a good race. Let's send a track sign for pre-race ceremonies. Race fans, if you're able to, please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. We are racing at a different version of this road course. We are racing on the national circuit. And something that might play into Matthew Campton's favor, it is supposed to rain here in COTA. Let's now see where your favorite drivers are starting. Starting at 31st, driving in the 74, slowest in practice and qualifying, is Jonathan Stevenson. Starting in 30th, driving in the 77, it's Nate Rao. Starting in 29th, good on road courses last year. This year, today, not so much. It's David Loudon. Starting in 28th, last week's runner-up in the 38, Eli Jackson. Starting in 27th, his nickname is Hot Rod, but today he is slow. It's driving the 47, it's Rodrigo Patino Romo. Starting in 26, driving in the 83, Abshar Khan. Starting in 25th, shocked that he does not have speed, but finished inside the top 10 last week after a chaotic race in Texas, driving in the 2, Nolan Farley. Starting in 24th, driving in the 29, Boston Matthews. Starting in 23rd, driving in the 46, it's Quavi Raider. Starting in 22nd, it's the F1 superstar and former race winner here, it's Matthew Campton. Starting in 21st, driving in the 9, it's Lily Horner. And starting in 20th, driving in the 33, it's Riley Poindexter. Starting in 19th, driving in the 82, it's Grant Irwin. Starting in 18th, driving in the 21, Ryan Calloway. Starting in 17th, driving in the 55, Grady Broughton. Starting in 16th, driving in the 32, Cole Flick. Starting 15th, driving in the 63, Ali Brosman. Starting in 14th, in the Team Penske, number 12, Jackson Hartman. Starting 13th, driving in the 15, it's Bailey Winstead. Starting in 12th, driving in the 41, it's Owen Fischel. Starting in 11th, driving in the 45, it's Andre Schreiner. And now your top 10 starters, starting in 10th, driving in the 42, Jordan Spencer. Starting in 9th, driving in the 44, it's Jerome Lomax. Starting in 8th, won the championship 2 years ago, driving the 1, Austin Horner. Starting in 7th, fastest in practice 2 weeks in a row, driving in the Team Penske number 22, Maya Dimmick. Starting in 6th, driving in the 4, her name is Kinsey Arnett. Now, the top 5. Starting in 5th, driving in the 66, it's going to be this Quentin Sheff. Starting in 4th, last year's champion, Braden Mills in the 3. Starting in 3rd, last week's winner, driving in the 14, Kellen Sheff. Starting in 2nd, driving in the 51, former race winner here, it's Scott Stoffren. And starting on the pole, driving in the 17 for the 2nd week in a row, Penn Pearson is on the pole. It is not a standing start. It is a rolling start here from COTA. And that's a little bit different for Campton. And we are Green Flag Racing from Circuit of the Americas. Here we go to turn number 1. And we already seeing some cars go wide. Here comes a 14. Look at the 66. The 66 already trying to move through the field. You can see the 22 back in 8th. She lost a spot. Let's keep an eye on Campton. His first laps, his first corners in a stock car. Matthew Campton in the 50 moves to 23rd, trying to catch the 9. It's a shorter race. It's going to be 30 laps. You already can see some damage in the nose of the 50. Contact made behind him. Dre Irwin has already lost a bunch of spots. Battling for 30th. Is Stevenson and Quabi Raider. A lot of damage already for these back markers. But back up front, Penn Pearson, pole sitter last week and this week. And out of the final corner here, we're here in COTA. Penn Pearson is going to lead lap number 1. And in practice, we already saw some cars spin entering pit road. Dre Irwin entering pit road. Quabi Raiders on pit road. Keeping an eye on that 50. What will Campton do here? Trying to catch the 83. That 50 did not have speed in practice. Now back up front, it's the 17 through the S's. Now to the new part of this racetrack, for these corners. Don't count out the 14 just yet. Penn Pearson trying to get a win for RMG Racing. Through that corner. Here comes the 14 to the inside. Good run by Kellen Sheff. He's trying to get win number 2 this season, trying to go back-to-back. Here comes the 14, down to the inside. Four in the lead, it's side by side. Kellen Sheff round the outside, cannot get the run. And now here he comes. Kellen Sheff, good run in the 14. He has the inside. Sheff trying to take the lead away, he can't this time. It's still Penn Pearson who leads. Kellen Sheff, Scott Stoffren, Quentin Sheff, and Braden Mills. Still keeping an eye on that 50. Matthew Campton still back in 23rd. Trying to get a good run on the 83. Has not been able to make any passes so far today. Only lost one spot since the start. This race will go by quick since it's a 30-lap race and a short road course. It's just a 2-mile road course. Here comes Sheff. He got a good run to the inside. Sheff there. Now here comes Stoffren trying to get a good run on the outside. But he couldn't take second. Well, we saw in practice, we saw drivers spin out. Or kind of spin, trying to get to pit road. Sheff now lunging up the inside, trying to get the run on the 17. He has the run. He goes to the inside. He's going to have the advantage. New leader in COTA. It's last week's winner, Kellen Sheff. Kellen Sheff to the lead at Circuit of the Americas. He's trying to go back-to-back. Now for the S's now. It's still Campton back in 23rd. But back up front, Kellen Sheff, last week's winner, has a chance to go back-to-back. And when will we see the rain come? That's the question. We know it is supposed to rain pretty soon. And when it does, we will see drivers probably make mistakes and go to pit road. We know that pit stops will be a factor. We know for a fact with the pit stops, we could see Campton go up front and maybe potentially get his first career win in his first career start, hopefully. Here comes 14 across the line. Kellen Sheff leads onto lap number 5. Last week's winner doing a fantastic job. Good run by Pearson, but cannot put it side by side. We have a battle for third. Here comes the 66. Quentin Sheff wants third, but he's not able to pass. Keeping an eye on that 22 as well. Maya Dimmick, quick as a practice. When will she move up front? How about the 1? The 1 is on the move. He's in 7th. Just one spot in front of the 22. Kellen Sheff, though, still leads here in COTA. Next time by will be 25 laps remaining. Through the big sweeping corner. Kellen Sheff, Penn Pearson 1 and 2. Pearson to the inside. He's trying to take the lead. That 17 has speed this weekend. Same as at 14. Kellen Sheff onto the front straightaway. 25 laps remaining at Circuit of the Americas. Trying to get win number 2 this year. Trying to go back-to-back in only race number 2 of the season. Take a look at the 66, trying to get a good run on the 51, but can't. That 66 is not able to get the run and a pass on the 51. Kellen Sheff continues to lead. Now for the new section of the racetrack, back onto the back onto the normal racetrack. To the normal turn number 12. Turn 12 and turn 13. Coming to turn number 14 here. Through turn 14. Although on the track map there might be 17 corners, but we still have it as 20. Through turn 17 and 18. Through turn 18 comes to turn 19 now. Sheff through turn 19. And now Kellen Sheff out of turn number 20 here. He's going to lead yet another lap. Kellen Sheff has speed. But how about that 17 there? Is he going to make it side by side for the lead? Here he comes. Pearson to the inside. Contact made, but it's still Sheff who leads. Now here comes Quentin Sheff. He wants third. Quentin Sheff is the brother of Kellen. Here comes the 17. He was riding the bumper of the 14. Here comes the 51 now. It's side by side for second. But Stoffren couldn't take it away. Scott Stoffren tried to take second away, but couldn't. It is starting to rain. Let's ride along with Matthew Campton, as it is starting to rain here. He has visor cam. And we know the road course races that he'll be in, he'll be carrying this camera view. It is starting to rain harder and harder now. As we get back up front, the 14 leads. Are we going to see pit stops? Not yet. None of the front runners are pitting. Are any others going to be pitting here to get some wet tires, to get some rain tires? Nobody is pitting to get rain tires. Honestly, that's a mistake. Kellen Sheff leads still here in COTA. The rain is picking up. Here comes the 17. Side by side, they make contact. Bad mistake by the 17. Kellen Sheff was kind enough to hold the bumper cam. Kellen Sheff has the bumper cam. As we get to turn number 12. You can see it. The track has quickly been soaked. They have quickly soaked the racetrack, and here we go. Slow through the corners. Lap 8 of 30. Pit stops will be a factor, and it will be interesting to see who is going to come out on top through the pit stops. Kwabi Raider is the first one on pit road. He takes fresh, wet tires. That's going to help. We have a car on pit. We have a car pitting. None of the leaders are. Wow. And now here comes a lot of the drivers. Let's see. You can see that they are really struggling getting onto pit road. Here comes the 50. And you can see it. A lot of drivers try not to spin out. Matthew Canton is staying out. He ain't pitting. He ain't pitting. Matthew Campton, I thought he would be smart enough to pit on the first lap, but he's not pitting on the first lap of rain. Campton is in 12th. Half the field is on pit road. Helen Sheff continues to lead here from COTA. As we see all these drivers now on pit road. Who's going to win the race off of pit road? We have cars moving. Dimmick now coming off of pit road. Right there behind the 66. Great pit stop for the 22. Fantastic pit stop for the 22 of Maya Dimmick. She's going to come out right behind the 66 of Quentin Sheff. And those drivers are going to be fast around this racetrack. You can see the 50 right there. Who's pitting this time? Looks like the 17 might be pitting. Is the 14 going to be staying out? Their turn 19. You can see it. They are turning onto pit road weirdly. The 63 pits. And the 50 is coming to pit road. But Kellen Sheff is staying out. He's staying out long. Is this some sort of a strategy? Or is he being just plain stupid? This might be some sort of a strategy here. I don't know. And we might have a new battle for the lead. We might have a new battle for the lead coming up. And that's the 22 and 66. All these drivers making pit stops now. It's getting really interesting now as drivers are on pit road. Let's watch the 50 here. Matthew Campton, where's he gonna come out of pit road? He is gonna be in front of the 21. That's great work from pit road. Great pit stop for the 50. He's going to come out behind the 1. And the 29 is there as well. Look at the 29. Everything is cycling through. Ryan Calloway is going to be in last. Jonathan Stevenson, after pit stops, looks like that he might actually have the advantage here. Stevenson might have the advantage of finishing top 10. What is he doing? Kellen Sheff is staying out on slick tires. I don't think this is a strategy. I think he's just being plain stupid right now. His older brother, Quentin Chef, is closing in. He's 2 seconds back. Quentin Chef will easily take the lead away from his brother this lap. Why I say that is look at the 66 go. The 66 has caught his younger brother. Kellen Chef might be screwed here. Don't know what his crew was thinking, but right now, Kellen Chef is in position to maybe finish in last. Bull Flick is there. How about Bailey Winstead inside the top 10 in the 15?
Also, when it's wet, it's a different story.
That 15 looking slow. That 15 is looking good here. Here we go. It's the 14. Kellen Chef still leads with 20 laps to go. And the 14 is easily getting past. It's a freight train of cars getting around the 14 of Chef. And now he pits. Kellen Chef, horrible mistake. He's going to be deep in the field, maybe in last. But Kellen Chef wasted too much time and is going to hit it right here. And a lot of drivers are going to be passing him. The 14 was in position to win if he would have pitted with the first or second group, and now he's going to be in 30th. Kellen Chef, not what he wanted to see. Lap 12 is on the board. And Ryan Calloway is going to take the 30th spot away. And it's going to be from first to worst. Not the way he wanted it to happen. He's going first to worst here at Circuit of the Americas. And he's still going to be way behind the 21. Horrible strategy, Kellen Chef. But back up front, battle for the lead. Here comes the 22. Out of 19, coming to turn number 20. Maya Dimmick finally is able to show her speed. No Chefs leading anymore. Maya Dimmick leads at Circuit of the Americas. We finally had a pass for the lead on turn 19, but here comes Quentin Chef around the outside, trying to get the run on the 22, but can't. Here comes the 12. Where did Jackson Hartman come from? Hartman wants that third spot, and now here comes the 66 of Chef. Quentin Chef on the inside, still side by side for the lead. Dimmick is not giving up. Neither is Chef. It's going to be side by side through the new section of the racetrack. To the short back straightaway now. Now the 22 coming to turn number 12. Still going to be side by side for the lead. Now to the corners where the 66 will have the advantage because of the inside lane. Quentin Chef trying to take the lead back away, but can't, as the 22 will clear. Here comes Jordan Spencer. It's now side by side for second. Rain racing in the rain in COTA. Spencer gets off the track. And here comes Quentin Chef. Quentin Chef to the inside. He wants the lead, but he's not going to be able to take it away. Maya Dimmick. The speed is there inside the 22. Maya Dimmick is going to lead her second lap of the day. Dimmick continues to lead here in COTA. Lap 14 of 30 is on the board. Time will go by quick. Matthew Campton, he is driving right now in 24th. We have another battle for the lead. Here comes Chef. He wants the lead, but he's not going to be able to take it away. Again, Chef cannot pass her. How about the 15? She's right there. That's Bailey Woodson. And how about the slowest in practice and qualifying? Jonathan Stevenson finally has enough luck. He's in 10th. Nate Rao up there as well. Look at Scott Stofford in 14th. Rain racing at its finest in COTA. Callum Chef is still way deep in the field. Here comes a 66 through the corners. Trying to make it side by side, but he can't. Dimmick comes to lap 15. We are almost halfway through this race. Maya Dimmick in Team Penske has the lead, looking for career win number 1. Here comes the 22. Third turn 1. Up the hill and now back down the hill. We have some sort of a battle back here. Cole Flick is in 5th. How about Cole Flick doing well? Where is Nolan Farley? That's the question. Oh man, how about the one back in 23rd? The one is back in 23rd. And Nolan Farley is in 29th. Matthew Campson in 24th. And Quentin Chef has retaken the lead from the 22. Chef is back up front, but it's not Kellen. It's his older brother, second older brother, Quentin Chef. But for how long Dimmick is there? Here comes the 22. Dimmick to the inside. Cannot take the lead. Here comes Spencer. He won second. And now Dimmick to the inside. Again trying to get the lead back, but can't. The 66 continues to lead. Chef continues to be in front of the field. Quentin Chef leads. But now here comes Dimmick. Great run by Dimmick, but still cannot get the lead away. She still couldn't take the lead back. Now Dimmick trying her best to get the lead with 15 laps to go. 15 down, 15 to go from Circuit of the Americas. Nolan Farley still back in 29th. As it is all Quentin Schaff here in COTA. Can we see the Chefs go back to back? The Schreiner Motorsports 66 has some speed. The 66 trying to get the win. We saw Thunder Motorsports go to victory lane last week with the 14. Dimmick to the inside. Oh, good run. It's going to be side by side coming to turn number 20. Dimmick, Chef, side by side, but Chef will continue to lead out of turn 20. And he has a 1 second advantage over Dimmick. Still watching the 22 here. Is she going to lose second any time? I don't think she is. And that's a good thing. You can see it in the mini-map. The 14 is starting to close back in on the 21. And the 21 is starting to close back in on the field. Here comes Dimmick to the inside. She's going to be on the outside here. But she might have the advantage. Maya Dimmick with some speed here in COTA. Still around the outside, still side by side. That 22, round the outside. Through these corners here. Still now gonna be on the inside. Dimmick, Schaff, side by side for the lead still. Great racing from Circuit of the Americas up front. Dimmick trying not to lose the run, but she will have to give up. But she's not going to give up too easily. Dimmick now trying to get a great run back on the 66. And it is. Here comes Maya Dimmick. Once again to the inside. Dimmick, Chef, going to be side by side, maybe to turn 20. It is going to be side by side. And this time, Dimmick has the run. And this time, she retakes the lead. Maya Dimmick retakes the lead. Leads another lap here in COTA. But here comes Chef. Quentin Chef with a great run in the 66. It's side by side for turn 1. Chef trying not to lose the lead. And it's still side by side. Great run to the S's by Chef as he retakes the lead in the S's. Great pass by Quentin Chef on lap 18 for the lead. Chef and Dimmick 1 and 2. Still fighting really hard here. And we might have, we had a pass for 11th. Nate Rao takes 11th away from Quabi Raider, and that's very interesting as well. And now as we come to the long sweeping corner, turns 17 and 18. What will Dimmick do this time? Great run by Maya Dimmick to the inside. She looks, cannot take the lead away. Quentin Chef will continue to lead here in COTA. through turn 20, come to lap 19. We are about to have that very short break, just like last week. This time, this lap, we are having that short break, and we will ride along with Matthew Campton.
Taking the turn so close, take the straight right and close into the turn.
We have 9 laps to go from Circuit of the Americas, as it is Jeff and Dimmick battling for the lead. 9 to go. Things are about to get really interesting here. The question is, who will have enough pace to get that victory? And let's take a look at the back of the field. 29 seconds back, it's Kellen Sheff with maybe the freshest tires, but the freshest tires really doesn't work in the rain. Fresh tires do not work in the rain, as the 14 is still deep in the field. But now back up front though, it's all Quentin Sheff, his brother. Are we going to see the Sheffs bookend it? Kellen Sheff and Quentin Sheff. Are we going to see Quentin Sheff win this race and Kellen Sheff finish in last? That would be a very funny bookend. And now, through the final corner, 8 laps of racing left in the rain at Circuit of the Americas. Quentin Sheff continues to lead. He has 1 win in his career, and he is showing speed today. He's shown a ton of speed in his career, and now he wants that win. And the speed out of that 15 makes it seem like that the 15 might actually win the race this year. Battle for 9th. Stevenson making some moves, and that honestly is shocking because of how slow he was in practice and qualifying. Now, still up front, it's Quentin Sheff trying to keep it out front for the rest of the race. Next time by, it's going to be 7 laps to go from Circuit of the Americas. 9 laps. Now 8 laps will go by quick. It's not a big road course. It's not as big as the other version of this track where it was like about over 3 miles long. This isn't even 3 miles. Only a 2-mile long racetrack. Here comes a 22. Dimmick wants the lead back. She wants the win here in COTA. Something about Team Penske and the state of Texas has a very weird feeling to it. Jackson Hartman won the race last year, and the 22 was quick last week. We have 2 Team Penske cars inside the top 5 right now, and one of them is fighting for the lead. Mayan Dimmick and Quentin Sheff battling for the lead through the S's. Mayan Dimmick did say though, after the Texas Motor Speedway race, that with all the speed she had last week, if she carries the speed over to maybe every single track this year, she might be in contention to get her first career win. And right now you can see her riding in second, looking for career win number 1. Next week we'll be on the Oval of Daytona. Nick Green is expected to return behind the wheel of the 50. And we might see, I don't know who's going to be driving the 51, but we might see Ray Green drive in the 51 or we might see Jack Moon return behind the wheel of a RMG racing machine of the 51. We know that Jack Moon is most likely expected to drive the 51 and the Monza Oval, of course. But next week, I don't know. It might be Ray Green, or maybe Matthew Campton might make his oval debut in the 51 next week, and that might not go well, because we have seen so much chaos on the ovals. 6 laps to go here from COTA. Here comes Dimmick. Dimmick once again cannot find the space to take the lead. She's been good all race long. You know, she's in the right place at the right time. After those pit stops, riding in second, it's Dimmick. Dimmick trying to win here in COTA. Ryan Calloway has caught the back of the field. Let's go back down to 30th. There he is. Ryan Calloway has caught the rear end of the 2 of Nolan Farley, who is in 29th. Nolan Farley is the odd man out right now out of the Team Penske camp. That 2 is slow. But right now the 12 and the 22 is fast. And it's Dimmick in second. This time by, when he crosses the start-finish line, the flagman has the number 5 being held up right now. 5 laps to go at Circuit of the Americas. 5 to go at COTA. In the return of COTA. We took a 1-year hiatus because they were getting work done on this track, and we have a battle behind them. Here comes a 55 on Cole Flick. But Flick is still going to be in 5th. Now here comes Winstead. Winstead tries to take 6th away. That would have been amazing, and we have a battle for the lead. We saw Dimmick just barely take the lead away just for a second. Now we're coming to 4 laps to go. Road course racing at its finest. To win on a road course, you have to have not only the skill of turning left, but also turning right and having skill through these sharp braking corners as well. Matthew Campton has that skill, but he might not be used to driving in a stock car. As he has passed the 1, he's into 23rd. And I would laugh if Ryan Calloway gets around Nolan Farley. Here comes the 22. Great run behind the 22. Maya Dimmick. There. Great run. Dimmick now into the front straightaway. 4 laps to go. It's a 6/10 of a second lead. Now here comes the 42. He won second. Can we see Jordan Spencer somehow steal this race? And I thought earlier in this one that Jordan Spencer might have had the advantage over the 66 to take second, but he didn't. Now we have a battle up front. Here comes Dimmick. It's side by side for the lead. Maya Dimmick wants the lead, but she cannot take it away. Dimmick still in second. And next time by, it will be 3 laps to go. Maya Dimmick is running out of time. time is running out. And good news is, Kellen Chef has hit the back of the field. He is there to the tail end of the field, which means everybody will be racing. Which means everybody is now nose to tail. Now it will be interesting to see if Chef makes any passes in the final 3 laps coming up. 4 to go now. Come to 3 to go. Dimmick to the inside. Once again, she is quick. Maya Dimmick trying to find enough speed to hopefully take the win away. Out of turn number 20. This time by across the start-finish line. We have 3 laps to go at Circuit of the Americas. Quentin Chef leads. What will Dimmick do? What will Maya Dimmick do here? She's there. And how about this side-by-side battle for 6? Here comes Bailey Winstead. Bailey Winstead is making moves in the 15 that I thought that Nick Green would do last year. Winstead trying to take that 6th spot. And now here we go, a battle for the lead. Dimmick on the outside. And she's going to stay there on the outside. Chef does not have a clear advantage. It's side by side. For a second, the 22 had the lead, but Chef keeps the lead. But here comes the 22 back on the inside. Maya Dimmick, Quentin Chef, side by side, coming to 2 laps to go. When they get across the line, it will be 2 to go. Dimmick gets cleared by the 66, but is 4/10 back and closing. That 22 has speed. Here comes Dimmick. To the inside. Cannot try to take the lead there. And now coming to the front straightaway. Quentin Chef trying to hang on to the lead. Trying to hang on for dear life. 2 laps remaining at Circuit of the Americas. The 66 has the lead. Look at this battle back here for 5th. The 55 takes 5th away from the 32, and Dimmick is not quite there here in the 66, which means next time by, the 66 will have to have a good run, or maybe through turn 19 and 20, she might get a good run and maybe take the lead away. Lap 29. On the board, Quentin Chef, Maya Dimmick, Jordan Spencer, Jackson Hartman, and Grady Broughton, top 5. Quentin Chef is in the lead, trying to hang on. Now here comes a 22. Great run by Dimmick to the inside. Cannot get the run. Here comes the 32 back on the 55. Still cannot get the run. This time by across the start-finish line, they are about to go. Maya Dimmick has one last shot at it. 1 lap remaining here in Circuit of the Americas. Quentin Chef Maya Dimmick, Jordan Spencer, all right there. Here comes Dimmick. Great run now by the 42. He goes wide. Out of the corner, the 42 goes way wide. And the 22 seems like that she's not able to find speed as the rain is starting to stop here. The gap to second was a 6/10 of a second lead. Maya Dimmick is not finding enough speed right now. It's going to be interesting, though, if she is able to find enough speed out of the final corner to maybe take the lead away. Maya Dimmick is there, trying to close in on your leader. 6/10 back. 4/10 back now. And closing. Here comes Maya Dimmick. One final chance. Dimmick to the inside. Is she going to make it side by side? No, she's not. They're going to bookend it. The chefs are going to bookend it here in COTA. We have a side-by-side battle for second. But that doesn't matter. Spencer might get second, but Quentin Chef is going to win at Circuit of the Americas, and the Chefs will sweep in the state of Texas. Kellen Chef from first last week to last this week. And Quentin Chef in his first race of the year, and not his last race of the year, he wins at Circuit of the Americas in a great race. I thought that Maya Dimmick had the chance. She couldn't, but Maya Dimmick with her best career finish of second. And Matthew Campton has officially survived a Crazy Sports Kid League race on a road course. Matthew Campton gets 23rd. And Kellen Chef gets last. Trying to see who was the fastest car. Who had the best lap? Right now it's showing that Grant Irwin might have had the best lap, but let's see. Who had the fastest car? Grant Irwin was the fastest car on the racetrack. He finished with the fastest lap, and that will do it, folks. Quentin Chef wins at Circuit of the Americas.